My name's Jonathan Roberts. I'm from CSIRO in Australia. This device is known as Zebedee, and it's a 3D mobile mapping system that consists of a laser scanner on a spring. It was called Zebedee, inspired by Zebedee from the Magic Roundabout. So this system's unique in that we can actually walk around and do the scanning while we're walking around. Other systems, you have to set up tripods, they take a lot longer to scan, you have to move your tripod from place to place, and it really just takes a lot longer. With this system, we can walk around and we can map the world in the time it takes us to walk around. We decided to try this out in Pisa because it's got a very challenging feature in the tower. The stairs are very difficult to map with a traditional scanner, and in fact nobody has ever mapped them with a scanner before. As we're walking along, it's seeing the same thing lots and lots of times, and that's a key to how this system works. It actually uses features that it sees in the environment as its own beacons. So as it's walking around, it's calculating where it actually is in 3D space. It can then use the laser data to actually build a map, and that's how it works. So we've mapped around the bottom, we've come up the stairs, we've mapped around the top. It's taken us about an hour, just under an hour, to map the whole tower. So it's really useful to scan sites like the tower here in Pisa for cultural heritage purposes. The people here that maintain the tower like to have accurate records of what the tower looks like, and scanning this gives them an extra tool that they can use to help them in their restoration and conservation work. Of course, if the worst ever happened and there was an earthquake or some other natural disaster and the tower suffered severe damage, having a full 3D dataset would help enormously in a restoration project.
And I can see the inside of the tower, and actually can put myself at the very center and start a descent.
With the sort of data that we generate from our device, we can load it into immersive and interactive visualization systems. So these could be small systems that are desktop-based or whole immersive cave-like environments where users actually go inside this projection cave and they feel like they're actually there. The advantage of that is they can start to fly around the data and explore areas that you just normally wouldn't be able to explore, say, inside the tower here.
Right now, what we are showing in the cave is actually the preliminary results of the Pisa Tower. So what we plan to have is an installation, 3D installations, that is basically next or inside the real site. So we can actually make a visitor fly through the different parts of the tower or the square and have a voice narrating a story about how the place has been created and where were the purposes of every single part. So this is a kind of visit that is not the usual visit that you normally perform, where you are physically in the place. With a 3D model, actually you can fly, you can go virtually anywhere you want, and you can finally appreciate the kind of subtle details that are actually all around, but you will never see in reality because you will be stuck to the ground.